Wow, it's draining trying to do videos. I was excited to see all the engagement on my video post, and this video is in response to a comment on that post, and it was a long comment, so I thought it would be easier to respond this way. Michael, thank you so much for watching the video and responding. I sense your passion and understandable frustration. Thank you also for your military service. And sorry that you're being affected by the government cuts to military services. Regarding wealth, if you look at the net worth of households in the world, the US is the wealthiest. If you look at consumer spending, the US spends the most. What we import and our national debt don't have anything to do with each other. One is consumer and one is national. That's how I see it. You do make a very good point, though, in that not everyone in our country is wealthy. We can argue about the exact figures, but the top 1% of households hold nearly 1/3 of the nation's wealth. And the bottom 50% hold under 3% of the wealth. Our politicians need to be focusing on the wealth gap before worrying about shower water pressure and what bathroom people can use, I think. Regarding our politicians, we agree our system is corrupt. And I don't think that I've been showing much faith in any particular politician, just a lot less faith in one in particular. Yes, our representatives enrich themselves while in office. Everyone knows that. But that is not the corruption that concerns me. The influence of big money in our elections and on legislation has devastating effects for the American people. Although I am an unaffiliated voter, I do tend to vote left for several reasons. Many are cultural, social, but I feel historically the left has had more of an appetite, or at least paid lip service to, helping the working class. The right, to me, always seems to want to slash needed programs and favors corporations' rights over people's rights. It seems now that there is a lot of lip service being paid on both sides to help the working class, but nothing ever happens with that. I think we should start by ending Citizens United and getting big money out of elections. And maybe you have some other suggestions to get our politicians to put people first. Regarding Doge, unfortunately, I don't think we're being given honest transparency into what Doge is doing. And I think Musk's motives are nefarious. According to his longtime friend, Philip Lowe, Musk is only involved so he can eliminate regulations and oversight to industries that affect his companies, which has come to pass. Some speculate also that it is a bonus for him to get his hands on our data, and he has secured or positioned himself to receive more government contracts. Who knows, and time will tell, of course, but I'm not satisfied that there was severe fraud and abuse to begin with, and Musk's conflicts of interest are just too great to trust anything that he says. I stand by my assertion that there was a lot of chaos for very little, if anything. But again, time will tell. You said that I was gaslighting regarding terrorizing our immigrants. Pronouncing mass deportations, scooping up citizens with legal status and sending them to a foreign prison, revoking the legal status of immigrants in order to deport them, deporting people without due process, detaining and deporting students for speaking out about the plight of the Palestinian people, and other actions is what the Trump administration is doing right now. All of these are extremely terrorizing to our immigrant communities. And I don't really see how it can be seen any other way. I mean, you can't really be an immigrant, someone with a green card or a resident status, and not be afraid right now. And that's terrorizing. Regarding martial law, again, you said I was gaslighting, and that's fine. I like that you speak your opinion. That's great. I'll explain why I feel this way about martial law. By April 20th, Trump will receive a joint report from the Secretaries of Defense and Homeland Security that he requested, advising whether he should invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807. So Trump initiated this. He said, hey, let me know if I should do this. Let me know in 90 days. He has surrounded himself with people that tell him what he wants to hear. And I don't think it's a stretch to say that he would want to hear that, yes, he should invoke the Insurrection Act. It will allow him to declare martial law. Do you think Trump will say no to any power within reach? Excuse me. I don't. In fact, he's currently overstepping his authority in many ways. We hear him say that Americans are not safe from being deported to El Salvador, that people who damage Teslas are terrorists, and that protesters are radical and need to be locked up. Do you really believe he wouldn't declare martial law if he had the chance? Giving an opinion is not gaslighting. So I don't think I'm gaslighting. I'm giving an opinion. Now, if Trump does not declare martial law during his presidency, I will be shocked, and I will also send you $100. Regarding trade deficits, plain logic tells me that we will never reach even trade with most countries. It's impossible. If a country is a tenth the size of ours and has a tenth of our wealth, how could they possibly buy as much from us as we buy from them? It's just absurd. We're bigger than most, wealthier than most, and we buy the most. So I was simply stating that starting a tariff war with the entire world is not going to improve trade deficits. It's nonsensical and economically devastating for us and everyone else. Regarding tariffs, when Trump announced the tariffs, he showed us a chart and shared the calculations. He had taken the trade deficit from each country and claimed that amount was the tariff that was being imposed on us. Obviously, a deficit is not a tariff. He then took these ill-gotten figures, divided them by 2, and imposed that amount in tariffs on other countries. Can you see the stupidity in this? So we not only pissed off every other country, but we look like complete fools. We cannot trust Trump and his economic advisor on tariffs. Peter Navarro was caught quoting a prominent economist repeatedly on tariffs. This economist did not exist, does not exist. He was made up. The name Ron Navarro was made up from the letters of Peter Navarro's last name. That's whose hands we are in right now with tariffs. If the problem you're really trying to solve is bringing more manufacturing to America, economists agree tariffs are not the way to go about it. I can't go into or don't know what to do about that. However, trying to adjust trade deficits with tariffs, it's just agreed that it's just not effective. Anyway, Michael, thank you again for commenting on my video. In responding to you, I realize we have a lot in common, and I think we all need to stop listening to politicians, right? Maybe we should all drop our party affiliations for a while, watch or read news that we don't normally watch or read, and trust each other more. Most people are good and trustworthy, and we shouldn't let anyone tell us otherwise. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all soon.